Now, I want to ask you, when you pray, do you see this reality? I'm asking you, do you have a pattern of answered prayer in your life? Is there a reality? Does God say, "Here I am," when you pray? Have you seen that reality? You cry out to the Lord for something, He says, "Here I am." And you know He's saying that because of how fast sometimes maybe He makes you wait a little longer to answering the prayer, but you see just a consistent pattern. 1 Peter, look up just a few verses at chapter 3, verse 7. Husbands, likewise husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life. Here's what I want you to see, so that your prayers may not be hindered. If you don't think that as Christians, unrighteousness hinders your prayers, you better read that right there. Men, you want to hinder your prayer life? Just don't live in the right way with your wife. Righteousness and prayer are connected. Go down to 1 Peter 4. Go one chapter later to 1 Peter 4:7. The end of all things is at hand. Therefore, here's righteousness in the life. Be self-controlled. This is what we were talking about the other night. Denying self. Self-control. Buffeting the body. Be self-controlled. Sober-minded. Why? For the sake of your prayers. See, brethren, this isn't just me arguing this way. This is the way Scripture argues. For the sake of your prayers. What is that? You know what that means? It means for the sake of answered prayers. Do any of you pray just because you want to pray? Do any of you find your great delight in praying, no matter whether there's an answer to it or not? Do you come to prayer meeting just because, well, that's what you're supposed to do, and prayers, you got to put a notch on your belt every time you do it, because after all, that's part of just brethren, I don't know about you, but I pray because I want answers to my prayers. I don't want to waste my breath. I don't want to waste my time. I want God to answer. In fact, I get kind of desperate when I get into a stretch where it feels like, Lord, why aren't you answering? Brethren, that ought to be what we want. That's what Peter's saying to us. Men, live with your wives in the right way for the sake of your prayers. All of us, be sober, be self-controlled. Why? For the sake of your prayers. Because you have a God who his eyes are going to and fro throughout this world. And you know what he's looking for? He's looking for righteous people. He's looking for people like Elijah. And when he finds men, powerful prayers, you can say, oh, I know somebody in the church, and it seems like God's always answering their prayers. They have that gift. No, don't go there. I know some people have unusual amounts of faith. There is a gift. But if you see somebody else in the church that it seems like their prayers are being answered, I suspect what you'll really find is not that they have a greater gift, but that they have greater righteousness in their life. Brethren, there is a correlation you cannot get away from in Scripture at all. Our prayers only become effectually threatening to the devil when God is pleased to answer our prayers. And it pleases God to answer them when he's pleased with the one who is praying them. That is the reality.